My biggest concern for the Muslim Ummah, most brothers spend a huge part of their young life being completely dependent on their family. And when it is eventually time to go out and explore the world, to get married, to take risks, average Abdul is going to fumble. What he's going to do, he's going to go up to his wife and he's going to express his emotions. You know why? Because this whole time when he was young, he was fed this liberal idea that being emotional, being vulnerable to women will somehow get her to like him more. And when he does open up, she will actually look like she likes him more because of that. She'll be like, oh my God, Abdul, like, I'm here. You know, they got like hug and all this. It's a little bit cringe. After that, he will think, also, this is the perfect thing to do. But then, after a couple of months or a year maximum, I can almost guarantee that marriage is going to fall apart in one way or another. Either it's going to become extremely dull and sexless. Now, this anecdote is the unfortunate reality for a majority of Muslim men in the West. You know why? Because we men, we learn through trial and error. These things that I'm talking about, you can't learn this from theory unless you try really, really hard. What normally happens is with the kuffar, they will go on a few relationships and they're going to mess up really badly. And then later on, they will try to fix it. You know, people like Andrew Tate, people like Hamza, when they realize what women are really like. But we don't get that many chances as Muslims, bro. We might just get one chance to do right. And after that, it's all going to be different because it's your second marriage. You know, it's a bit of a shame as a Muslim, honestly, truthfully. So you have to learn these things before it's too late. Your wife is not your mother. The relationship with you and your wife should be more like you should be Superman, and your wife should be like your daughter who is obsessed with Superman. Oh, incest, shut the hell up, bro. That's the best way to think about it. I didn't make the rules. Truthfully, there is a deeper reason why we fail so much as Muslim men. Because we have a lot of emotional baggage built up inside us. Our whole life, we didn't have anyone to teach us how to deal with our emotions, how to deal with insecurity. So I'm going to teach you right now, right here. Basically, to get rid of all this resentment and baggage, you need to do whatever the hell it takes to not feel sad and depressed. I don't care if you like to dress up nice and you like to go out. I don't care if you like to go for a run and listen to podcasts, Andrew Huberman, Joe Rogan. I don't care. As long as it's halal, you're going to have to pursue it in order to become the man you want to be. Now, personally, I pray a lot, not because I have to, not just because of that, but because I'm addicted to it. It's one of the only things that sets me free from all this crazy world that we're living in. So I have to pray. It reminds me of who I am. Another thing I do personally is I exercise extremely hard. Every day I'm doing jump ropes, I'm doing push-ups, I'm doing a bench press, and this is something that's going to keep my brain fresh. It's going to stop me from feeling these emotions. You have to find what it is for yourself. Now, firstly, you have to start using salah as therapy. Because you know why? If you go up to your family and express your emotions, they're not going to understand because they don't know what the hell you've been through. They don't know what went inside your head before you came to that feeling. Same with your wife, maybe she will be like, oh my God, I understand you, Abdullah, come here. But truthfully, she doesn't know. That's why she's not going to respect you anymore. The only one who knows what you've been through is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So wouldn't it make sense for you to express your emotions to Him? Well, hopefully you're starting to see a pattern here. When you focus on things that make you feel less depressed, you're going to become successful. That's how all the successful people are made. Even if you think about someone like Jordan Peterson, who's had depression his whole life, and the only thing he could do was study depression, study history, so he could actually calm his nerves down. The person that told me this was Zorajiv. Now, most of you don't know him. He's a famous fighter in Chechnya, but he's known for his style. He looks like he's got some demons to face, right? You can tell. But at the same time, he's an absolute killer. One important thing that many people don't realize because of all this liberal propaganda is that all these feelings, depression and sadness, you can actually outrun them. This is different from just ignoring them and repressing them. That's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm going to admit, I had many times this year, many weeks, months where I was genuinely sad. But I wasn't sitting there and feeling those things. Like I would do my prayers, I would do, workouts, I would go to work, and I just didn't care. If I'm sad, I'm sad. Who cares? I just kept improving. I kept making more sales. I kept trying to get new jobs. I kept trying to improve my fitness. And eventually, After like a month or so, some other things happen, I get carried away, this opportunity, that opportunity, YouTube, and now I just don't feel that anymore. I don't even remember why I was feeling sad. If you find this message helpful, if you got any value from it, subscribe to my channel. These are the sorts of things we talk about here.